Hello, my name is Kelvin Brantley, and I'm here live at Guam, having a wonderful time celebrating Juneteenth. Juneteenth to me means a lot. It means together. It means that we're celebrating our freedom from being held in captive, being shackles and chained, to finally be recognized as one person, a human being. I'm glad that we're doing it here in Guam because it means that we're going worldwide so people can understand what's going on in our culture as an African American. Like I said, I'm having a good time. It's hot. Music playing, we got food, people are celebrating. I'm telling you, you should be here. This is the place to be right now, Guam.
My name is Calvin Holloway. I'm here at Yipao Beach to celebrate Guam's Juneteenth celebration. I'm actually a resident of Guam and been here for 30 years. So it's very special for me to do this event because I'm actually from Texas. We want people to know around the world that there are African Americans living on Guam that are non-military and actually contribute to the community of Guam.
I thank you for coming out today. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great start to what we hope will be an annual celebration of who we are as a people. I would ask that everyone would please stand for the presentation of Colors by John F. Kennedy High School Color Guard. It will be followed by the national anthem sung by the Color Guard as well as the Guam hymn.
Color Guard,
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the landing of the free and the home of the brave. Panogita moru huritsa nota kantai matunanya gitoru ilukai padai honra padai gloria abiba islas and pada padai honra padai gloria abiba islas and pada utoru tiempo y paz para hita zangin nilangit na bendition. Contrite
singing of the first chorus of the Black National Anthem.
Lift every voice, sing, sing, till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Rejoices rise high as the listening skies. Let them resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the hope that the dark past has brought us. Sing a song full of the joy that the new past has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Let's get a countdown from 5.
Good afternoon. My name is Simona An. I am from Moreno Valley, California, and I believe the importance of this event is what was said. It's a good time to unite, not only just celebrating the freedom of the American slaves, but being able to unite on this island and celebrate and break bread with each other.
Hi, I'm Crystal, and I'm from Chicago, and I'm here on Guam, and we are here today celebrating Juneteenth. And I just want to let you know that Juneteenth means to me having that celebration of freedom for my culture here, and being an African American here, we are excited to be able to celebrate such a time where we consider ourselves truly to be free, and we are happy to be here to celebrate this.
Today we celebrate. We celebrate a few things. We celebrate who we are, we celebrate where we have been, and we celebrate where we're going. We have a great historian, the first African American historian on the island of Guam, Miss Carla Smith, who's going to come and explain the history of Juneteenth.
It was a hot, sweltering Texas day in the year 1865. 1,800 weary Union soldiers in blue uniforms rode horses or marched toward the town of Galveston. They had a very important message to deliver, a message that would change the course of American history forever. As they entered the town, all the people, black and white, lined up to watch them pass. The troops stopped at the first plantation, and Major General Gordon Granger dismounted his horse and strode on to the front porch. When the master of the house appeared, General Granger pronounced General Order Number 3 to all those present, and it read, "The people of Texas are informed that, in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and property between former masters and slaves," unquote. And as he continued, the gravity of that moment hit all those present. Dr. Charles Taylor, a historian, wrote, "Granger's announcement triggered shockwaves of joy, fear, and confusion throughout the area. Blacks were happy, whites were scared, and large segments of both groups generally had no idea what to expect or to make of the situation. One former slave, Felix Hayward, offered this insight: "Everybody went wild. We all felt like heroes. Just like that, we were free." So what did freedom mean to those slaves in 1865? It meant a lot of things. For example, it meant no more lash from the slaveholder's whip, no more working from sunup to sundown in the fields, no more starvation, no more raping of the mothers and their children, no more realizations of the slave's worst nightmare, being separated from family and sold like cattle on the dreaded auction block. So on that day, songs like this rang out. No more auction block for me. No more slaver's whip for me. No more mistress call for me. I ain't gonna study war no more. 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 So they were jubilant. This is what they'd hoped for and prayed for over 200 years. They danced and they prayed and they sang in the streets. And this is the scene that would unfold in towns all across Texas and the other states as the Union soldiers traveled from town to town enforcing President Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation. Now, there is much debate regarding why the news of the freedom reached Texas 2.5 years after the announcement of the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863. Some historians contend that the news was delayed because the messenger traveled by mule. Dubious. Still others believe that the original messenger was murdered en route. But most researchers assert the news was deliberately withheld so slave owners could maintain the labor force on the plantations. During the Civil War, Texas was largely unaffected by the attempts of the Union forces to invade its borders. All advances by the Union Army were defeated by the Confederates. Texas was such a stronghold in the Confederacy that many slaveholders from neighboring states relocated their slaves to Texas with them to wait out the war. You see, slavery was the foundation of the Southern economy, and slave owners suppressed the news for fear of losing their source of livelihood. But on that day, in 1865, slavery in Texas officially ended. Large celebrations on June 19th began in 1866 and continued on a regular basis into the 20th century. The African Americans treated this day like the 4th of July, and festivities included activities such as picnics, parades, inspirational speeches, and sports. The celebration of June 19th was shortened to Juneteenth, and participation increased as former slaves in Texas migrated to neighboring states. And over time, a flag was created, this flag here, to represent the freedom and the history of African Americans of that day. The design of the Juneteenth flag depicts a bursting 12-point star on the horizon, which refers to a new dawn in American history. The 5-point star symbolizes the state flag of Texas. The red, white, and blue colors communicate that the American slaves and all their descendants are all Americans. Juneteenth is a historic milestone in the African American struggle for equality and inclusion in American society. It represents the end of slavery and pays homage to Americans who survived the brutal institution of bondage. It also celebrates their legacy of pride, of resistance, and of perseverance. Dr. Charles Taylor wrote about these reasons we celebrate Juneteenth in this poem. And each letter, he says, has significance in the word Juneteenth. Here's what he wrote. J. J is for Juneteenth, which represents the joy of freedom, the chance for a new beginning. U, the U represents unless we expose the truth about the African American slave experience, Americans won't truly be free. N, never must we forget our ancestors' endurance of one of the most horrible slave experiences in human history. E, every American has benefited from the wealth blacks created over 200 years of free labor, and Juneteenth allows us to acknowledge that debt. T, to encourage every former slaveholding state to follow Texas' example and make Juneteenth a state holiday. E, for every. Every day in America, blacks are reminded of the legacy of slavery. Juneteenth counters that by reminding us of the promise of deliverance. E, even on the journey to discover who we are, Juneteenth allows us to reflect on where we've been, where we are, and where we're going as a people. N, never give up hope, is the legacy of our enslaved ancestors. It was this legacy that produced Black heroism in the Civil War and helped launch the modern civil rights era. It is this legacy that we celebrate. T is to proclaim for all to hear that human rights must never again become subservient to property rights. And H, history has only told a small part of the story. Juneteenth gives us the chance to set the record straight. Today, Juneteenth is observed in 45 of all the 50 states and in the District of Columbia. It is a day of reflection, of empowerment, and recognition of future challenges. Juneteenth is promoted not only as a commemoration of African American freedom, but as an example and encouragement of self-development and respect for all cultures. So in closing, we should remember that freedom is always worth celebrating. Thank you.
It is truly a day for us to celebrate. From the great state of Georgia to the island of Guam, we are a great people. From the foothills of the Serengeti and Sahara to Santa Rita, we are a great people. We celebrate who we are. Our cultures are a shared culture. We share the same struggles. We share the same joys. As we move forward, let today be the first day that we celebrate Juneteenth on Guam. But we celebrate not just with ourselves as African Americans. We celebrate with our brothers and sisters from all different races, all hues, all together. We cannot go forward by ourselves because the world is not ours alone. We must link hand in hand to move forward together. Our past is our past. We must acknowledge it and be honest about it. But our future is limitless if we celebrate each other together. So today I invite you to celebrate one with another. They don't have to look like you. They don't have to talk like you. They don't have to be where you're from. Our celebration is the same. Juneteenth is a day for us to unite one with another. So in that spirit of celebration, we're going to have our musicians present a musical selection. Thank you for celebrating with us. Celebrate with your friend. After the song, make sure you meet someone. Say hi to someone that you did not know before you came here. As we celebrate Juneteenth, this celebration of freedom, let's be free to meet new people and grow our friend circle. Amen.
Forgive me, I've been running blind and true. I'ma rain through this bitter love to the sweet I'm new. I'm telling these tears gon' fall away. Oh, may the last one burn into flames. Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. Freedom, freedom, where are you? I need freedom too. I break chains all by myself. Won't let my freedom ride in hell. Hey, I'ma keep it running cause a winner don't quit on himself. Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose. Yeah, freedom, freedom, where are you? Cause I need freedom too. I break chains all by myself. Won't let my freedom ride. don't quit on themselves. One more time, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose, yeah. Freedom, where are you? Cause I need freedom too. I break chains all by myself. Let my freedom ride in hell. I'ma keep it running cause a winner don't quit on himself. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Cause a winner don't quit on them, a winner don't quit on themselves.
Hi, my name's Damian Johnson, and I'm from the village of Tamuning. And Juneteenth means a lot to me because, I'm part of the culture. My own ancestors were part of the whole slavery times. So that's why it means a lot to me because, my culture's been through it, and I just want to be here today to not only celebrate, but also remember, what our ancestors went through.
Half a day Guam, my name is Robinson Cruzo Ferdinand. I just want to take this time to just thank anyone for coming to this event. I live by myself. I'm from the beautiful island of Miku St. Lucia, so coming here in Guam is definitely just a blessing. In terms of what Juneteenth means to me, I always believe in order to know where you go, you definitely have to have a good understanding of your past. So just understanding the history of what happened, and just for us to understand that, that is not just a definition of us, but we need to be able to move forward, as one people. Too much stuff going on in this world now. We just need to get together and just be one. Like Bob Marley said, one love. Peace.
Hey, this is Rob T. here, a member of AHA, here to celebrate Juneteenth on Guam. Thanks, have a good one.
Half a day. Happy Juneteenth. This is the first Juneteenth I have ever been at, and I'm honored to be here. We had our proclamation yesterday, and I want to thank all of those who were able to make it there. But today, of course, people are off, got more time, spend more time with their families. We talked about what Juneteenth meant. Of course, you all understand. It's about freedom. It's about facing our past and realizing that our past defines our future, defines our present. To be able to get beyond slavery, to be able to see the independence, look past the color of our skin and look at the purity of our heart. As I was walking in, a gentleman on the other side of this pillar on the far side of the pavilion, he had both his hands up in the air, and of course, being the consummate politician, I walked up to him, shook his hand, and he took my hand and he prayed. He prayed with me, and he said, Jesus, give this man the wisdom, the courage, the strength, so that when he faces you, he'll be honored. Our country, and every person who's a citizen, whether it be an immigrant or any person of any origin who comes to the United States, understands a land of opportunity, that we are a melting pot of not just individuals, but ideals, about religion, about freedoms that we hold so dear, that we fight against oppression and tyranny and other countries who do not value the same thing. Our country has overcome its past because we understand it, we recognize it, and we embrace it for what it is. An evolution of an idea that our nation is greater than any other because we're open to all ideas, and we look at our past as a lesson for the future. So as we have this great Juneteenth, the first that I've known in some 16 years in politics and 52 years of life, I want to thank you and congratulate you for celebrating one of the most hallmark events in history, which is that we have overcome slavery. We embrace the ideals of Martin Luther King and of John F. Kennedy and of Abraham Lincoln and of George Washington, that all men are created equal. And those words resonate today more than is ever before. Thank you very much. Have a great day. God bless you.
It is important that we share our experience with other people. Your story will heal you, and your story will heal someone else. When I was doing just my memory and trying to remember what all has gone on in my life. Because, you know, you just go ahead and live life. You don't try to take and figure out why or where. At least I don't anyway. It just is. God has the plan. And so I came across this, and that's by Elanya Van Zant. And I said, okay, this is what I need to say here. Because when the struggle was going on in the 50s and the 60s, I had not a clue. And you say, how can you be an African American or a black living in the South and not have a clue? I just know that I was protected. My mother knew, my dad knew, her husband knew, everybody knew except me, but my mom protected me from what was going on. And I'll tell you just a few things because I won't be long, all right? But when we would take and leave and go someplace, we had to walk. We had no transportation anywhere. We had to walk in order to take the bus. And so when we got to the bus and we got on the bus, it never went here that we were getting on the back of the bus. Now, I'm tall, but my family is tall. So I just figured we were sitting in the best seats because we were sitting in the bus in the back where you had more leg room and everything. So it never dawned on me why. Again, I was protected because my mother, I'm sure, and my aunties and everybody around us didn't want us to go through the struggles that they had gone through because they wanted us to stand on their backs, and that's what we have done. As I got older, then I started to see things, and that's where we take and we start to understand a lot of things around us. But do I have to take and be drawn into that, or can I make a difference? One of the things that I know to be true is that as growing up, my mother prayed for me every day of her life. And I know that that was part of the reason and the main reason that I have made it this far. There were so many people that have gone before me that have taken, and now I'm standing on their back from the things that they poured into me by looking and seeing what they have done. And today, that's what we need to do. That's what this organization needs to do. We need to pull in everybody, not just like it's been said, no matter where you're from, no matter what color you are, no matter what. If you're a human being, we need to be a part of this together. And this is a portion of a poem that Maya Angelou wrote. And it's not all of it, it's just part of it. It says, leaving behind nights of fear and evil, I rise. In a daybreak that wonders clear, I rise. Bring the gift that my ancestors gave. I am the dream and the hope of the slave. And if you agree with that, would you rise and say, I rise, I rise, I rise. When we take, and this is something that was given to me this week, it says, when we do not destroy the root of hate, it comes back. So if you take and will agree with me today that we are going to take and not let hate become a part of who we are. Because when we do that, it eats away at us. It takes and it doesn't make us, it can make you sick. So we're not going to hate anymore. We're not going to let anybody be around us that hate. We're going to walk in the knowingness that God is in control of this and that we are going to make a stance for what is right and what is good. Love you. Thank you for coming. God bless.
All right, greetings to all my brothers and sisters out there from Ricky Smith from Memphis, Tennessee, here in Guam. Just want to say it's an honor and a privilege to be here to celebrate this. Thanks for everybody that came out to put this together and everybody that put their support in. So I want to say thanks. Look forward to this again next year.
Hello, my name is Jay McNabb, and today we are celebrating Juneteenth. It first happened on June 19, 1865, I'm glad to be a part of this history. It's been a pleasure. I hope to come to more Juneteenth events and for us to grow in the future. Thank you very much, Guam. Have a day.
Hi, my name is Renee, and this is Rosel. We're from the village of Dededo.
So we came out today not really knowing what exactly is to be expected, but we came out for a good cause, and we're so happy to be here. The atmosphere and the music and the food is all great, and we're just so glad to be here.
We had a great time down here at Juneteenth for the Guam Black Network. Great food, great people, a lot of fun.
That was a beautiful day with great people. We had a blast down here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
This is really a historical event. We look forward to 2018 when we can celebrate Black History Month, and we plan to do a lot more things in the community. We ask for your support, and I just want to say thank you, Guam, for celebrating with us.
Thank you, and see you next year.
Bye.
Bye. Jesus Maase.